Oh, hey, Ernie.
Hey, Bert. I can't go to sleep. Can you read me a bedtime story?
Well, Ernie, all I've got is this book, The Willpower to Continue Winning by Daigo Umehara.
Oh, that's fine, Bert. I guess you could say that this episode is brought to you by the letters F, G, C.
Yeah, I guess you're right, Ernie.
And instead of counting sheep before bed, I guess I'll just have to count tigers.
This is a Cross Counter Asia audiobook. The Will to Keep Winning by Daigo Umehara. Prologue. Unbelievable. This is the only word that can describe that moment. The scene is 2004 summer, California. I'm here along with the world's strongest players to participate in Evolution 2004, or EVO for short. The latest EVO tournament topped more than 4,000 participants and over 7,000 live viewers. Back then, all fighting game fans had their calendars set for July 29th through August 1st, during which time EVO would crown world champions for each of its 9 title games. One title among them was Street Fighter Third Strike. It is now the semifinals between me and America's strongest warrior, Justin Wong. But in everyone's hearts, this is the real Grand Finals match. This match would be later known in Japan as General Daigo's Last Stand, or in the West as EVO Moment number 37. The tournament, held in a large gymnasium, is brimming full of American fighting game fans. All that can be heard behind the dimming curtains is the roar of the crowd, the scream of the commentators, and the thunderous applause. The tourney attendees displayed a sense of excitement startling for any type of competitive match, much less a video game, and the crowd was bathed in an eerie heat from the hype. Justin and I both had 1 round apiece, going into the final 3rd round. My Ken had his back against the wall versus Justin's Chun-Li. My life bar was down to the last magic pixel. If I took a clean hit from a regular attack, or if I simply blocked a special attack, I would be KO'd immediately. Chun-Li was pacing back and forth to unleash her deadly super art, Shougakukan, the Phoenix Wing Fan, in an attempt to chip me to death. It was time for the American champion to deliver the death blow. The crowd's faith in Chun-Li's victory never wavered, and the chanting of, "Let's go, Justin!" rippled throughout. However, among the crowd there was one naysayer, and that was me. I negated all the chip damage by parrying the flurry of Chun-Li's kicks. For her final kick, I performed a mid-air parry. From there, I delivered a flying kick, followed by a crouching medium kick, then fed her a shoryuken. The final climax to this comeback crescendo was the super art, Shippu Jinnai Kyaku, to KO Chun-Li. In these last 37 seconds, the most improbable comeback unfolded, and a standing ovation ripped through the building. Certainly, as the match progressed and my life bar continued to deplete, I thought to myself, I'm in dire straits, this is the end of me, I'm fucked. However, it is precisely because I was staring death straight into the eye that I could find my resolve. In this life and death situation, my level of concentration reached its maximum. The cacophony of my raucous surroundings ceased, and I was deaf to everything except for the game sound. I was in the zone. The collective doubt that I would complete the full parry and the suspense of the eventual victor failed to affect me. During the match, I did perceive Justin's impatience. That is to say, I knew that Justin would use Hoyokusen to finish the match because it was the most cheapest, easiest killing method. However, such a powerful move is a two-edged sword, and if the super art is parried completely, it would leave Chun-Li with a fatal opening. I waited vigilantly to prey upon this opportunity. Sure enough, Justin imports super art. At the flash of the screen, my hands seemed to move on their own accord, and by the time I regained control of them, Chun-Li's corpse lay motionless on the ground. The match was decided, and only when my inner calm was restored did the din of the cheering crowd enter my hearing again. This single match went viral on the internet, and total views of every video iteration has since reached 20 million hits, and Daigo Umehara became a household name. The reason I could become world champion at 17 years old is because of my dependency on games to grant me self-confidence and stability against my torrid emotions. Unlike other world champions, I never intentionally aimed to be number one. There are specific reasons as to why I was able to become world champion despite these circumstances and cavalier attitude. In this book, I wish to explore the process of becoming champion, winning in competition, the perseverance required to win, and finally, examine the lessons I've learned along the way. While it may be true that video games are cultivated in an esoteric genre, it still involves humans struggling against one another in a contest to determine a clear victor. In such circumstances, the perseverance and ideology necessary for continuous victory can be applied to everyday life and work. Of course, I am not asserting that everything from the gaming world is universally true in real life, but I can profess that the life lessons I've learned thus far, and to continue to keep winning, gained by applying such methods, is undeniably real. Above all, the crux of the book focuses not on the method for winning, but rather on continuously winning. Why focus on winning continuously rather than simply winning? To equate the two concepts as synonymous is not only a misnomer, but there are times when they are antithetical to one another. To imagine this easily, we define winning as producing a result. To produce a result and to produce results continuously are inherently different. To jump straight to the conclusion, those that obsess only over winning can never become sustained champions in the long run. But if the majority of those who read this book could easily jump to the same conclusion, why, there would simply be no need for me to publish it. In reality, coming across someone who can continuously win and produce results consistently is incredibly rare. If I were to ask someone, "Can you win?" he or she could nod easily and say, "Yes." But if I were to ask the same person, "Can you keep winning?" it's totally normal for them to be at a loss for words. Although it is video games, it is still a world determined by competition. In order to become world champion, I had to win continuously for an indefinite period of time. Simply going on a hot streak and winning 100 or 200 matches straight was not enough. I do not claim to be undefeated, nor an infallible champion. I've been bodied countless times and been in severe slumps and losing streaks. I've never had delusions of being a master or prodigy of video games. But if someone were to approach me and ask, "Can you keep winning?" I would unflinchingly answer, "Yes." What attitude, tenacity, and mettle are necessary to keep winning? With a strong focus, I investigate this question thoroughly. Forged by real-world practice, I can withstand 100 to 200 defeats and not fall into despair.
Hey you, 26-year-old virgin with a level 57 monk. What do you get when you combine the FGC with esports? Diablo plus Daigo equals Diaglo 3. Only in Singapore, Road to Evo, June 8th through 10th, presented by Cross Counter Asia. Daigo is the beast, Umehara, sonny boy.
find the lack of competition disturbing, join me on the road to Evo Singapore, for you shall begin to discover your power. I shall complete your training.